So do you know what day is good to start ripping packs? Any day that ends in Y. And today, we're going to get busy with these rack packs. Are you ready? Here's a 1991 Topps. Here's a 1991, what do we got here? Donruss? Yeah, Donruss. We're going to rip them. We're going to rip them good right after this.
I gotta have it, and I'm jonesing all the time. I like to grab 2 packs and then get a ripping. Doesn't matter if I'm sitting building or just card flipping. I'm a 2-pack a day ripper.
Now welcome the big guy, as he scratches that unopened pack itch more times than not, turning the unknown and unexpected into an unbelievable pile of base cards. Warning, the mystery of not knowing what you're going to get can be habit-forming. Side effects include excessive smiling, cheering, and fist-pumping, but mostly teamed up with swearing, pouting, and regretting ever opening the pack. Rip responsibly. Or don't. We're not your parents.
All right, here we go. Rack packs. Oh, it's an empty box. We're going to be filling this bad boy quick with rack packs. Hey, and thanks for tuning me in. I've been trying to clean up this office, and it's a studio as well. And I've been rearranging things and refurbishing a little bit, and I appreciate your patience because it's kind of a mess when you kind of look at me through the lens of this phone. So I just appreciate that, and I will get this thing in tip-top shape in no time, all right? Here we go. 1991 Donruss, 1991 Topps. We're going to rip these bad boys open and see what lies inside. Let's go ahead and start with these. You know, what is this? 91, right? 91. So this got some really nice cards in it. Whoops. Of course, you're going to get Ken Griffey Jr. cards in here, which are nice. They're not rookies, but I've always thought that they were a nice looking card. I don't like these cards much at all. I still do not like them. Sam, I am. But here we go. Look at that. Big Wheel. That was the name of the store that sold these. I don't know if we had a Big Wheel around here. I pick these up no matter where I go in the world, and so this could be somewhere else, but somewhere else that I have no clue about. All right, let's take a look at these bad boys. We've got some puzzles in here, puzzle pieces. Mark Gubicza, who was a great pitcher for the Royals. Jeff Reardon, who was a great reliever for the Red Sox. Wow, we got a good pack already. Walt Weiss, I believe he was a Rookie of the Year at some point in his career. Jim Leyritz, a Yankee great. Mike Scioscia. Francisco Cabrera. Jeff King, we got us a Diamond King. Check it out. Roberto Alomar. Watch out. Just like a llama, this dude spits. Tony Gwynn, check him out. You know what? I don't remember this card. Okay. I kind of softened my stance on how I don't like this set. That's nice. I like that. All right. It's happening in my old age. Mackie Sasser, who was going to be the greatest catcher in the history of the New York Mets for a while there, and it just didn't materialize. Mark Grant. Kenny Rogers, and we're not talking about the chicken guy or the gambler guy, or that's his nickname, the gambler. Pitched for the Tigers for a while. He was really great and a good guy. I wish the Tigers would have had him earlier. Ooh, look at that, another Diamond King. Brian Harper, also played for the Tigers. Oh, this is one of my favorite pitchers right here. Greg Maddux. This guy, he was an amazing pitcher. Amazing control. He fielded his position. He did everything right. Ron Karkovice, puzzle piece. Here's a checklist. You know what? I hated getting these as a kid. Hated it. As I started collecting cards in the middle 70s, I loved them. They were the only way you could really check into a set. There was no internet. You couldn't go out and check it. If you didn't have a checklist, you just didn't know what to do. It's funny how things change. Tim Burke. Hey, there he is. Ricky Henderson. That's an all-star card. And who do we have here? Keith Comstock, Denny Martinez, Lonnie Smith, he seemed to be in all of the action during these years of the early 90s and late 80s. He was with the Cardinals when they were in playoffs since World Series, and he was with the Phillies when they were doing the same, and with the Atlanta Braves. Lonnie Smith, good ball player. Terry Bross, rated rookie. Remember him? Yeah, me either. Don Slott, another good catcher. Was going to be a great catcher, but that's a hard position. John Farrell, Bob Melvin. See him all the time now. He's a great manager. And was also a Tiger. Dan Gladden, well known for being a Minnesota Twins, and around here for being known as a Tiger. And a jokester. He's a very funny guy. Tino Martinez. Now there's a rated rookie of Tino Martinez. And I do not remember this. This is a very nice card. Look at this. The late Dave Parker. God bless his soul. Gerald Perry. Have I told you my Gerald Perry story? I'll be quick. Let's see, what team were they called then? I think they were the Michigan Battle Cats at that time. I think. And it was dollar dog night. You go there and all the hot dogs are $1, all you can eat. And me and my wife decided to go to a game that night. And we're standing in line on the far end of the stadium where most people didn't come in to that side of the stadium because it was just so far away. But all the players and coaches, they parked on that side and they would run into that area to get down into the clubhouse area to get dressed. So we were in line, probably about 2 or 3 people back, and we worked our way up. And as I'm standing there ready to order, this guy comes running up and he goes, "Hey, can I get a couple of hot dogs?" And he's like, we're in a big hurry. And I looked at him like, "Dude, the end of the line is back there." And I look at him and he's got his uniform under his arm and he's got his glove under his arm. And it was this guy. He was coaching for that team. And he looked at me and goes, "I'm sorry. I just need a couple of hot dogs before I get down there and change." I said, "Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pay for your hot dogs." And he started laughing. He goes, "Well, thank you," because they're $1 a piece. And he bought 2 of them. So he'll remember me, right? I don't think so. But I paid for his hot dogs. And he grabbed him and ran off. That's my Gerald Perry story. Steve Finley. Gary Templeton. Another puzzle piece. Junior Felix. I thought this guy was going to be a great ball player. Just that didn't work out either. Jaime Navarro or Jamie Navarro. I heard it's pronounced both ways. Ken Oberkfell. Kevin Belcher. There he is, All-Star and Hall of Famer Gary Carter. Oh, look at that. That is a really nice Diamond King. Dave Righetti. These Diamond Kings, they're not bad. None of them are bad, but I just don't remember these as being good. Ozzie Smith, another Hall of Famer for you. Lance McCullers, who looks like he says here he's playing for the Tigers. I do not remember him at all. They were really bad back then. Chris Hoyles kind of played in this area a little bit for the Stan Musial World Series leagues. Tom Hankey. Al Newman. Franklin Stubbs. Terry Steinbach. He was a good ball player for quite some time. And Von Hayes, who I always liked, and I'm not sure why. He seemed to be a steady ball player. Tom Candiotti and another puzzle piece, which I think the puzzle was Roberto Clemente. I think. All right, let's open up these Topps cards. Ooh, that opened quick. Oh, yeah, these are those. I like these cards. I did not like them. I think I've mentioned that many times. In fact, a lot of these cards were just noise to me. They weren't great cards. That's why I really focused at that time on vintage stuff. 1991s. Vintage top cards. Ooh, instant win. Maybe we'll find some vintage cards in there. I wouldn't count on it. You ready? All right. Now just hang on to the side of your camera there, or your phone or your TV if we move too fast, all right? Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. Oh, wow. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer. Bud Black. A nice announcer, too. Get those over here in the picture. Is that Ed Whitson? Nope. Eric Shaw. The late Eric Shaw. Jim Gantner. Jim LaFave. Jose Mesa. Played for the Tigers for a while. There's the original Ken Griffey. Ronnie Waldron. Is that who that is? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nolan Ryan. Check that out. Nice card. That's sleeve worthy. Casey Candelli. Now, I read a long time ago that Casey's mom actually played in the Women's Baseball League. I think it's one of the only ball players whose mom played in the Women's League. I'm almost sure that's the real deal. Kelly Gruber. Oh, sorry, Kelly. Oh, you're right there. Okay. I got to rescue Kelly. Hold on. There he is. Jeff Kunkel. Wes Chamberlain. I thought he was going to be a massive star, too. He could hit. He had some power. Look at that. Those muscles right there could power some balls, I'm sure. Sean Bosky. Hey, he can win something. Whew. I'm glad you stuck around me for that flip. Scott Bradley. Is that Eric? Yeah, what's his name? Yelding. Eric Yelding. Kevin Mitchell. Brent Butler. Remember he had cancer and just came back and still played well? Wow, he was a good ball player. Robbie Thompson, always a good ball player. Chris Sabo, University of Michigan product. Remember the time they caught him with a cork bat? I do. Tim Leana, I believe he is no longer with us. Mike Jackson. Not that Mike Jackson. Gary Sheffield, good ball player. Might make it to the Hall someday. Did not lie about taking steroids. So that probably bodes well in his favor. He didn't lie about it. He didn't know what they were, according to him, but he didn't say he didn't take them. We'll find out. Steve Lyons. Ben McDonald. He was supposed to be a big, good ball player. I think he was a first-round draft choice, I think. Methinks. Doesn't say. It just says via draft. All right. Jack Howell. Lenny Harris. Herm Winningham. Willie Blair. Derek Lilliquist. Jason Grimsley. Mackie Sasser, who another player that was just going to be forever great in a Mets uniform. I think I might have said that already. Look at this. Carlton Fisk. He says, I'm going to get this ball. Dave Bergman says to slide, but it's not going to help you, Cecil. Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk is going to put the tag on your chubby bottom as it runs down the baseline. Boy, I like this card. I love Dave Bergman. I love Cecil Fielder too, but man, Carlton Fisk. Guy had nerves of steel. If that guy was rumbling down the baseline at me, I think I might pee my pants. Okay. Rod Booker. And these are the cards that have that background on the back that's either more red or more faded. I'll kind of just thumb through them real quick to take a look as we finish up. Joel Skinner. Carney Lansford. Good ball player. Jim DeShays. I remember him being in the playoffs and World Series a couple of times. He was solid. Who's this? Billy Ripken. Yep. You can leave the bat in the dugout. We're not going to do that again, Billy. We'll just take this in action shot. Matt Williams. Good ball player. Daryl Eckerfelds. Dwight Smith. That's a nice picture. It's a beautiful sunny day at Wrigley. The ivy's in full bloom. And we're playing ball. Rick Russell. Bill Landrum. And finally, Dave Parker. The late Dave Parker. You got a Dave Parker in both of these opens. Both of them playing for Milwaukee. 1991. That would make sense. All right. That's it. We are going to put these in. I'm going to put them in now just for show. The reason I want to do this is to show you how much is in here, because we're not going to be able to do a whole lot of openings to fill this box. Maybe just 2 more before we're ready to go, before we're ready to give them away and mail them out. So I hope you keep watching. I will sleeve up the Hall of Famers and the stars in here, like that Nolan Ryan card, which is really cool. And so those will be secure. And what else do I have to do? Oh yes, remind you. Comment. If I haven't said that already, comment. That's something that we're really going to need to have in my system so I can put them in a randomizer. Did you really enjoy this opening? These were cards that I don't think anybody was surprised at the contents. There was nothing in there that surprised anybody. They seem to be kind of the generic pedestrian openings we've had. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see. I would like to know what you would like to see opened and ripped here on this 2-pack-a-day rip on Cardboard Meditation. If you'd like to be a part of the giveaway, go ahead and leave me a comment. That's the only way I know you've been paying attention, and I can put your name into the randomizing wheel. That's what I'll need to do. You just need to comment. While you're at it, give me a like. Subscribe, please. If you're not subscribing, come on. We want to be best of friends, you and me, right? Let's do it. Talk soon.
Thank you for watching this 2-pack-a-day Ripper video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Help us feed the ego of the big guy. Frankly, we're exhausted doing it by ourselves.